Okay, well, this is the final test in this set of testing with the Makibox. This is a second low speed test, 25% below normal speed, 200 degrees, 0.2 millimeter layer height. So Okay, so that's the final test. Obviously it failed. Looks like it failed on the second layer, and since the first layer has different speeds anyway, I've always left the first layer at the same settings that it normally has. Failing on the second layer means that this definitely doesn't work. So, just to compare, these two are the high-speed ones, and you can see it's failed in quite a different way. With these, it's almost like it was still feeding filament, but not fast enough to keep up with the movement of the Makibox. Whereas this one, it's clearly just not feeding anything at all. Nevertheless, it did failed for both of them. So I guess that's the end of it. So to sum up the testing, layer heights. So medium layers, that is 0.2 millimeter, got most of the way through the job, but eventually failed. Neither of the testing at 0.2 millimeters, 200 degrees and standard speeds ever completed. Thinner layers failed completely. They got one or two layers in and stopped. Thick layers completed perfectly both times. So that was 0.25 millimeter, 200 degrees on the hot end, 60 degrees on the bed standard speeds. Those completed perfectly both times. So that was quite nice. Temperatures. So 190 degrees completed fine the first time. Failed to stick to the bed many times, about 5 times in total, most of which are not on video. And eventually I got it to stick for one more time, and it failed a couple of layers in. So not a whole lot of consistency there. At higher temperatures, so 210, it failed the first time and completed the second time, which was quite unexpected, but still not consistent. But at least that one did stick to the bed consistently. Speed testing, well, these two were the high-speed ones. That's one of the low-speed ones. The other low-speed one is in the bin. All of them failed. And that one is the best that it managed. So that was hopeless. So, in conclusion, with this test object, which is a super simple object, it needs one beauty action, which is when it moves from doing the skirt to doing the object. With this object, we can say that the only thing that does work consistently is larger layers. So I guess that's what I'll use from now on. I'll go up to 0.25mm, maybe even a bit further. We'll see. So with that set of testing done, the next thing I'm going to do is something that does need it to move between sections quite a lot. So what I'm thinking is just 2 pillars here that it'll build up side by side, and it has to react filament between them at each layer. And we'll see how that goes. Based on what's happened so far, I'm going to say that it's going to fail every single time. And we'll see whether I'm right. Okay, goodbye.